Hello, wonderful mathematicians. I'm coming to you with another video, this time on scale drawings using maps. Yes, I said it, using maps. So let's go ahead and get started. Before I turn the page, I think in the last couple videos I hadn't been doing this, but I want to remind you that I'm always using highlighters to color code or color pencils, whatever you choose to do. I also have my pencil, and then this one, because I'm using maps, I have a ruler. So hopefully get your materials, pause the video at this point if you need to, and let's get started. Marion is helping to organize Family Fun Day at the local park. Marion is responsible for organizing the relay race on a map of the park. She plans the first leg of the relay race to start at Sunny Grove. So we're starting here. I'm just going to pause real quick so I can make sure I know that I start at Sunny Grove. And then I'm going to end at the swimming pool. So this tells me my path. The second leg of the relay race will run from the swimming pool to the skating rink. So now we have to figure out, so we know that the first leg started at Sunny Grove, and then they ended at the swimming pool. And this is where you would use your ruler if you need to draw a straight line. And then the swimming pool, which is the second leg, he's going to the skating rink. So this will be the last place he goes. That's where he ends. Down here, it gives us some information that we need. It says the distance between Sunny Grove and the swimming pool is 3.5 inches. So I am going to color code 3.5 inches or label. The distance between the swimming pool and the skating rink is 3.2 inches. On the map scale, 1 inch represents 400 feet. So here we are. We have to write a proportion because we're comparing two things. That's how I know that. We're comparing inches to feet. And then when I write a proportion, I'm always going to write ratio equals ratio. So it says, what is the length of the actual race? The actual race is actually the total race. They want to know the total race. So what we're going to have to do to get the total race is we need to add the distance the first leg ran and the distance the second leg ran to get the total race. So I'm going to do that. 3.5, and if you're doing it by hand, when adding decimals, you line up the decimal. And then 5 plus 2 is 7. 3 plus 3 is 6. And I just bring down my decimal. So my total is 6.7 inches. So now let's come back down here where I need to write my proportion. So I have inches, which is 1. And 1 inch represents 400 feet. And they told me here, my map scale, 1 inch represents 400 feet. So therefore, I'm going to write it in where the inches matches here and the feet matches on the bottom. So now I'm going to take my total number, which is in inches. And where does inches go if I'm going to write a new ratio? It goes on top. So I'm going to write 6.7 inches on top. And I don't know how many feet equals 6.7 inches. But I can figure that out and I can solve this problem. And we've been solving these type of problems. So I'm not going to do but one. I'm going to solve one. But the rest, I'm just going to help you set it up. Because if we can set it up, we can solve it. So I'm going to multiply 400 times 6.7. And then that equals 1 times x. You're going to multiply 400 and 6.7, and you're going to get 2,680. That equals 1 times x, we just divide by 1 to get rid of the 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. 2,680 divided by 1 is 2,680. So x equals, or the distance of the entire race equals 2,680 feet. Awesome. Let's look at number 2. I'm going to set it up for you, and then you will be able to do number 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your own, and I will read the rest of them just in case you need it read. Shakia, or y'all know I don't know these people's names, enjoys planning vacations almost as much as going on them. This year, she is spending her vacation in the city. Looking at the map, she plans to start at her hotel, which is here. It's the hotel. From there, she will go to the Fine Arts Museum. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to highlight the hotel and the Fine Arts Museum because that's her first path, and I'm going to draw that line. And then it says that she's going to go to the sculpture garden last, and she will walk between each location. So we're going from hotel to the Fine Arts Museum, from the Fine Arts Museum to the sculpture garden. So now we're going to read on the map. They're going to give us our distances. The distance between the hotel and the Fine Arts Museum is 1.1 inches. So hotel, Fine Arts Museum, 1.1 inches. The distance between the Fine Arts Museum and the sculpting garden, which is here, is 1.3 inches. 1.3 inches. So I've labeled, and now it says on the map, my scale represents 1 inch for 3 kilometers. So I am comparing inches to kilometers or kilometers. And I'm going to write a proportion because they gave me a scale. I know that 1 inch represents 3 kilometers because I have to match 1 with the inch, 3 with the kilometers. But now it says, what distance did she walk from the hotel all the way to the sculpture garden? So we have to add these together to find the total distance that she walked. So 1.1 represents the hotel. 1.3 represents from the hotel to the Fine Arts Museum, and then lastly ending at the sculpture garden. We're going to put those together so that we can get the total. So you can add them on your calculator or just add decimals together, which we lined them up. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2.4 inches is our total. So now we're going to put that where inches go. Inches goes on top. So 2.4 goes on top. And I do not know the distance in kilometers, but I can solve it to figure it out. Please go through your process. Let me see your work for full credit, and go ahead and solve this problem by using cross products. I'm going to read number 3 through 6. So if you do not need it read to you, you can go ahead and stop the video at this point. If you want to continue listening, then go ahead and keep playing. You've been looking forward to the music festival all year. The festival is held at the local park. Using a map of the music festival, you plan to start at the pond where Mozart is being played. Then you will walk to a spot in the woods, pond, woods, where Beethoven is being played. Finally, you'll continue to the playscape where Bach is being played. Playscape. Make sure you connect your lines. On the map, the distance between the pond and the woods is 1.4 inches. Pond and woods, 1.4 inches. The distance between the woods and the playscape is 3.1 inches. Woods, playscape, 3.1 inches. On the map scale, 1 inch represents 40 yards. What is the distance you walk from the pond to the playscape? Pond to the playscape. Number 4. Manuel is looking at a map of his warehouse to track down shipment number 452A7. He begins in the crate section. When he does not find it there, he looks among the boxes. Finally, he searches in the filing cabinets. So he starts at the crates, he looks in the boxes, and then he searches in the filing cabinets. On the map, the distance between the crates and the boxes is 2 centimeters. The distance between the boxes and the filing cabinet is 1.6 centimeters. On the map scale, 1 centimeter represents 80 meters. What is the distance Manuel walks from the crates to the filing cabinets? Number 5. You look at a map of a department store to see how far the following 3 departments are from the other: accessories, shoes, and clothing. On the map, the distance between accessories and shoes is 0.5 inches. The distance between shoes and clothing is 1.2 inches. On the map scale, 1 inch represents 50 feet. What is the actual distance between the shoes and clothing departments? You and your friends are at the high school Round Number 6 football stadium watching the game. You volunteer to get snacks for yourself and your friends. You check out the map for concession stands. There are 3 different concession stands. One is for drinks. One is for popcorn. One is for the grill. On the map, the distance between drinks and the popcorn is 2 inches. The distance between the popcorn and the grill is 3 inches. On the map scale, 1 inch represents 60 feet. What is the actual distance between the drinks and the popcorn concession stand? Notice is on the last 2, they only give you 1, drinks to popcorn. They didn't ask about the grill, so don't let those trick you. Like on number 5, they asked the distance between shoes and clothing. Shoes and clothing, nothing else. So remember, always answer with the question asked. No more, no less. All right, can't wait to see what your answers are. See you in the next video.